You don't know. Maybe it is 70, okay? Theory is 70 and practical is 30, okay? 70 theory and 30 practical. This third thing, we have divided it in two parts, okay? 15 marks will be for MCQs and 15 for this practical, okay? Again, 15 for this practical we have divided in two parts. 10 for your simulation, okay, and 5 for your record and your activities, okay? Because it will be easy for you to get good marks, okay? Because if I will take all the exam by MCQ, not necessary that everyone will get good marks, okay? So we have divided into two parts, 15 for the MCQs exam, okay, and 50 for simulation. You have to perform the experiment and find out the result, and so, inshallah everyone will get good marks, okay? And if you want to come this coming week for your exam, you can come for simulation, okay? And you decide yourself and discuss with your group leader. Already female section has finished, but I will take your admission without the date. When the date will be declared by the dean office, then I will put the date, but I will take your signature here, okay? Okay? And if you want to come this week for your exam, but don't explorate that you have finished your exam, because it is unofficial, okay? If you want to come, you can come, okay? It depends upon your wish. Okay? Now this is the revision. First is the route of administration and dosage form. Dosage form already you are knowing about this. What is the tablet, capsule, okay, syrup, suspension, elixirs, ointment, you are knowing. But this part is more important, route of administration. Okay, this is depicted in the tabular form. What is the advantage and what is the disadvantage? Every route of administration has a peculiar advantage and specific disadvantage, okay? No one is intermingled with others, okay? Like oral, it is the most convenient and easy way of administration. And what is the disadvantage? It go for fast metabolism, okay? This is the disadvantage. So this is summarized in tabular form and it is very easy to remember it, okay? And those are very important, I have already highlighted. From whole class 30 slides, I have summarized it in one slide, and even here, those are most important, I have highlighted those. Okay? For IV route, it can be asked you, which of the following route of administration produce 100% bioavailability? It is the intravenous route, okay? It is a peculiar, it is a specific with intravenous, no other. But, and which of the following of route of administration can achieve maximum of bioavailability approx to intravenous? It is the sublingual, okay? No, sublingual, okay? Sublingual is better than the intramuscular, okay? So it is very easy to remember, okay? I will give you this slide, okay? If you want to write, you can write. Now second part is the pharmacokinetics part. It is already been covered in your theory part, no? Pharmacokinetics. Yes. Absorption, ADME, absorption, distribution, and mechanism. What is ADME? Absorption, distribution, mechanism. Metabolism, okay? Absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, and excretion, okay? Metabolism and excretion. Excretion or elimination, okay? Both, elimination. Now here are some problems regarding ADME, okay? Clearance of the drugs. One question is here, a drug is given as 100 milligram single dose, okay? Single dose results in peak plasma concentration 20 microgram per ml. Once the drug is given, it is absorbed, coming to the blood. Now peak plasma concentration is 20 microgram per milliliter. Now question is this: find the apparent volume of distribution. Yeah? 5. How you calculated? We have divided from 20 microgram to 100. Huh? 25 is 100 directly. Yeah, it is a 5 liter, but how it is? Volume of distribution is dose by plasma concentration. Volume of distribution is equal to dose that is given by plasma concentration. Plasma concentration. What is the dose? It is 100 milligram. 100 milligram. And what is the plasma concentration? It is 20 microgram per milliliter. But your answer is all are in liters. All are in liters. Okay, answer is 5 here, but how it to be calculated? Here, it is in microgram, it is in milligram. This is in microgram per milliliter, and this is milligram. It is possible to cut it? No, not possible. Now convert in similar unit. Convert it into similar unit. 100 milligram is equal to how much microgram multiplied by 1000. Okay, now it is microgram. By 20 microgram per milliliter. Okay. Now it will be cut down. Okay. Microgram, finish. 20 finish. 2 5 the. Now it is 5000. 5 into 1000 equal to 5000. This milliliter will go upside. It is 5000 ml. Now 5000 ml is equal to 5 liter. Okay. Answer is 5 liter. Okay. Volume of distribution is 5 liter. Now it can be changed. The numerical value can be changed. Okay. Another question. The numerical value can be changed. B. The dose is, for example, it is 50 milligram. 50 milligram. And plasma concentration is, for example, it is 10 microgram. No. 25 microgram. 25 microgram per milliliter. Now find the volume of distribution. You can find out
directly.
Okay. You can similarly, same way. So here it is 100 milligram, here it is 50 milligram, here it is 20 milligram, here it is 25 milligram. Here it is 2 liter. Okay. It will be 2 liter. That means numerical value can be changed. Yeah. Another question. That dose administered is, for example, it is 5 gram. And the plasma concentration is, the peak plasma concentration is 200 microgram per milliliter. Okay? Find the volume of distribution. Okay? Can you convert it? First you will convert this gram into milligram, then milligram to microgram. Okay? In bracket, 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram. Then convert in microgram. 1000 into 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram. That means is equal to 10 to the power 6 milligram. Okay. Now come to the next question. The following is closely describes the clearance rate of elimination. Okay, rate of elimination. If the drug is infused at a rate of 4 milligram per minute. What is the rate of infusion? It is 4 milligram per minute, and it produces steady state plasma concentration. How much? 6 milligram per liter. Find out the rate of clearance. The formula for the rate of clearance is infusion rate by plasma concentration. Okay, peak plasma concentration. Second question. And here is, you have noted it?
Yes.
Copied it? Okay. Because numerical value can be changed in exam, so please copy it. For second question, you have to find clearance rate. Rate of clearance. It is equal to infusion rate. Rate of infusion by steady state plasma concentration. Steady state plasma concentration. Steady state plasma concentration. What is infusion rate? 4 milligram per minute. Okay, 4 milligram per minute. 4 milligram per minute. By what is the concentration? Steady state concentration.
6 milligrams.
6 milligram per liter. Milligram. Okay, and here is the minute and this is the liter. You know mathematics, this one 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4. You can write it 1 by 2 into 4 by 4. Very good. Now same is here. Okay, this is 4 milligram per minute into liter by 6 milligram. Okay. Okay. Now milligram cancel. Now divide 4 by 6. It will be 0.6666. This is liter per minute. But your answer is all in milliliter, not in point. No. Convert this liter into milliliter. What to do for liter?
Multiply by
Multiply 1000. Then point will come here. 1, 2, 3. Point will come here. Okay. 6.6 milliliter per minute. That means the answer is
D.
Okay. Equal to 667. Okay. You can calculate if numerical value will be changed. Okay. Easy.
لو نحفظ المعادلات الحين.
دكتور again this
This one. See here. 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2 into 4 by 3. Okay.
why this
Why? This is the division rule.
والقسمة لما تقسم تحول الحاصل
خلي اللي فوق ليش هو جاب نص قسم الأربعة ليش جاب النص فوق
This is the division. This is the one term.
هو يوريك
This is the one term. Okay.
اوكي
بوريك مثال ولا لا؟
Because it didn't confuse here, so I
هذا شيء ما شرط مني.
simple mathematics. Okay. This is 4 milligram per minute. This is one term. Another term. It will be confusing.
أنا شفت أرقام نص
To make it easy, I have
إيش
converted
جاب
into.
لا
كأنه قسم أربعة.
Position I have changed.
أنا قلت جاب النص
How
أربعة
may I erase this? You finished?
ايوه فاهم ذي
4 على 1.
لا دي أعرفها سويت أنا أشوف 4 على 1 و6 على 1 جيت شفت نص ولا 4 كم جاب نص
هذا السلايد موجود عندكم الحين؟
هذا هذه المراجعة
هذا المؤلف
هذا ما يحطه بسلايدات
هو قال له تبغى تسمي
كذا نسبيا
For a drug, the efficacy is more important than potency. Yes? For any drug, efficacy is more important than its potency. Safety and efficacy, once a drug is prepared, once a medicine is prepared, the first parameter is taken into consideration is the safety and efficacy, not potency. Okay? And it is not necessary if a drug is potent, it is more safety. No, not necessary. Like alprazolam, it is a very potent, but it is not safety. Okay? Not safety. A drug is potent, it is not necessary that it is efficacious. Regarding this, there is a question because the following statement is correct. One statement is a drug is A, 10 milligram of drug A produce equivalent effect to 100 milligram of drug B. Is drug A is more efficacious than drug B? No. Drug A is more potent, not efficacious. Okay? The drug is more because a small amount is producing same effect. The drug A is more potent, not more efficacious, not necessary. Okay? Written here the drug A is more efficacious. No, this is wrong statement. Okay, this is more potent. So this statement is wrong. Second one, the greater the efficacy, greater the potency. Not necessary. Okay, not necessary. Third one, selecting a drug potency is usually more important. No, selecting a drug safety and efficacy is more important. Now fourth point, a competitive antagonist increases ED50, equivalent to dose which produce 50% response. Okay, this is correct. Okay, remember when acetylcholine is given with atropine, atropine is an antagonist. It shifts the curve, sigmoid curve right side. Why it shifts? Because acetylcholine now acts at higher dose. If it is acting on a higher dose, that means ED50 also increases. The answer is the D. Okay. This type of statement can be given to you, okay? Which of the following statement is correct? Or why this is ED50 increases in presence of competitive antagonist. Why? Okay? Like this one, there will be the questions, okay?
كم سؤال يجيب؟
This question can be given and this type of questions can be given, okay?
خلاص.
Now come to here. Practical, start. We have already taken drugs affecting rabbit intestine, drugs affecting rabbit eye, okay? Drugs affecting the heart, drugs affecting the abdominis rectus muscle, that is skeletal muscle, okay? Now come for one by one. Drugs affecting rabbit intestine. I already told you in the practical routine lab that which drug stimulate, okay? A stimulation of intestinal muscle increase the peristalsis. And what we measure into peristalsis actually the tone and motility. Okay, tone and motility. If tone is increased, motility is increased. Okay, the response will increase. Okay, and in this contrast to this, some drugs like sympatholytics. Okay, it reduced motility. No, sympathomimetics. Sorry, parasympathomimetics it increased the motility. Like acetylcholine. Okay, acetylcholine increase the motility. Why it increase the motility? Because due to the presence of muscarinic receptor. Okay, muscarinic receptor. So when muscarinic receptor in smooth muscle is stimulated, it increase the peristalsis. That is tone and motility. Okay. Opposite to this, sympathomimetics like adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine, they reduce the motility. Reduce the and muscle relaxes. Smooth muscle, visceral smooth muscle, it relaxes. Where the sympathetic drugs act in smooth muscle, it acts on alpha and beta receptors. Okay, the receptors are what the receptors? It can be asked to you. When acetylcholine is given in smooth muscle, it increases the peristalsis, tone and motility due to action on alpha receptor, beta receptor, muscarinic receptor, like this, histamine receptor. Other than the acetylcholine, there are other drugs. Nicotine also increase the motility. Nicotine increase the motility. Acetylcholine increase the motility. Histamine increase the motility. Vasopressin, angiotensin, okay? All these drugs increase the motility. Okay? Increase the response. That means tone and motility is increased. Only adrenergic drugs decrease the adrenaline acts on alpha and beta receptors. That means adrenaline acts on alpha. Phenylephrine selective to alpha. Okay, and isotretinoin selective to beta receptors. For example, a demonstration, a curve is given to you. In your exam, a curve is given to you. Spasmogen and spasmolytic.
هاي ليكشر.
Spasmogens and spasmolytics. آخر واحدة خمسة.
This.
No. Yeah. Come here, please. For example, in your exam, this graph is given to you. This downward movement, okay? Downward movement curve is given to you. This one. Okay. Come here. For example, this curve is given to you. This is the demonstration of a drug in smooth muscle. Okay, this is a demonstration of a drug in smooth muscle. What does it mean? This is relaxation of muscle. This is downward movement of response. Okay, downward. For example, there is unknown drug. Unknown drug decreases the muscle contraction. That is called relaxation. The unknown drug is
دي ريلاكس
adrenergic drug. In second question, it can be asked to you. The unknown drug acts on which receptor? Muscarinic, beta, histamine, and 5-HT. Beta receptor. Okay. Because adrenergic drugs act on. It can be asked you. In the previous question, the drug selected unknown drug acts on alpha receptor, beta receptor, muscarinic receptor, histamine receptor. Okay, like this. Okay, this table is summarized. Okay. Now come here. For example, an unknown drug is given to you for the experiment on smooth muscle. Yes. You have to find this unknown drug. Once this is demonstration given to you and find out unknown drug. Where the unknown is given, there is a response. Okay. The response is produced, contraction produced. Okay. Now, to test this unknown, first start from nicotine. First start from nicotine, because in smooth muscle there is innervation of parasympathetic innervation, and in parasympathetic innervation, nicotine stimulates the acetylcholine release. So to confirm, nicotine, unknown drug is given, there is a response. Then nicotine small dose given, there is a response. Nicotine large dose is given, there is a response. But after nicotine large dose, when small dose is given, there is no response. Why there is no response? Because nicotine large dose is a blocker of nicotine receptor. Okay. Okay.
Depolarizing.
When you are giving the nicotine small dose, nicotine is an agonist of nicotine receptor. It produces the response.
هذا تأثير الدواء.
Now after nicotine small dose, when you give the nicotine large dose producing response. Stimulation followed by depression of the receptor. Okay. Nicotine large dose first stimulate, then depress the receptor. Once the nicotine large dose is given, receptor is blocked. Okay. Blocked. Now if you are giving the small dose, there is no response. Okay. That means nicotine large dose blocked. Yeah. Now small dose is given, there is no response. If this unknown drug is like nicotine, after nicotine large dose, it should not produce response. Okay, but it is producing response, that means it is not nicotine. Okay? Yes. Not nicotine. Now move for acetylcholine. For acetylcholine is given, there is a response. Now block the effect of acetylcholine. How to block? By atropine. It is given here. Atropine is given, then acetylcholine. There is no response. That means muscarinic receptor block. Okay. Now, if this unknown drug is acetylcholine, after atropine, it will not show response. Now, unknown is given, there is no response. What does it mean? The atropine block the muscarinic receptor. There is no response for acetylcholine, and there is no response for unknown. That means this unknown is acetylcholine. For one question, the unknown drug in this demonstration is acetylcholine, adrenaline, norepinephrine, vasopressin. What is this unknown? Acetylcholine. The unknown drug acts on muscarinic receptor, nicotinic receptor, histamine receptor, muscarinic receptor. The atropine added before unknown blocks muscarinic receptor, histamine receptor, vasopressin receptor. Okay, like this one is questions can be asked. Okay. Muscarinic receptor, the drug acts on muscarinic receptor because the response is antagonized by atropine. It is confirmed that this unknown is acetylcholine. How it is confirmed? By its antagonist. Because atropine blocks the acetylcholine response and atropine blocks the unknown response. So this is acetylcholine. Prior to addition of atropine, block the stimulation effect of acetylcholine on isolated expression. Atropine produces competitive antagonism. Atropine is a competitive antagonist of acetylcholine. Okay, competitive antagonist. Okay, it is finished. That means any question will be asked from intestinal, rapid intestine, you can answer it. Sure. Inshallah. What is the unknown here? Unknown, there is a response. Acetylcholine, there is a response. Atropine plus acetylcholine, no response. After atropine, unknown, there is no response. Okay? And this is the composition of thyroid solution. Remember this, okay? Thyroid solution. Question can can ask which of the following is not a component of chiral solution. Okay. For which of the following is a component of chiral solution? Component. Sodium chloride, NaCl, potassium chloride, ACl, calcium chloride, CaCl2, magnesium chloride, MgCl2, sodium hydrogen phosphate, NaH, PO4, and sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. Acetylcholine increase the. Now this is another experiment. Spasmogens and spasmolytics. The tissue was taken here, the intestine again, spasmogen and spasmolytics. Acetylcholine increase the motility of smooth muscle. Okay, increase the motility. That is peristalsis. When the peristalsis increase too much, very much, okay, uncontrolled, that cause spasm. Okay, and spasm may be associated with pain also. Okay, not necessarily, but if there is more spasm, may cause pain and inflammation. Pain. Okay. Spasmogen, the drugs which increase the which cause spasm and increase the motility in smooth muscle. Okay. Spasm can be occur anywhere in skeletal muscle also. Okay. Yes. Okay. Spasmogen, acetylcholine is spasmogen in smooth muscle, as well as barium chloride. It also causes vigorous contraction of the smooth muscle. Okay. Spasmolytics reduce the spasm. Spasmolytics. Acetylcholine causes spasm. That means either its antagonist is spasmolytic or sympathetic agonist is spasmolytic. Okay. Either antagonist of acetylcholine or the antagonist of parasympathetic system. The sympathetic agonist or antagonist of parasympathetic drug. That means atropine is spasmolytic, adrenaline is spasmolytic, isoprenaline is spasmolytic. Okay? Adrenaline, isoprenaline, phenylephrine, and atropine all are spasmolytic. Okay, you can answer here. If there is upward movement in the muscle and it has been asked you, this is the experiment to find out the effect of spasmogen and spasmolytic. This phenomena represent spasmolytic effect. Okay, downward movement represents spasmolytic effect. The drug is unknown here. This may be adrenaline, atropine, or isoprenaline. The drug acting here will produce the spasmolytic effect acts on which receptor? If it is atropine, it acts on muscarinic receptor. If it is adrenaline, it is acting on beta receptor. Okay.
بيتا
Alpha beta receptor.
الفا بيتا
Yeah. Atropine.
هو الانتاجونست حق الستالكولين.
Yeah, reduce the response of acetylcholine. Yeah, no reverse, no relaxation, but decrease the motility. Okay, decrease the motility. Complete motility is decreased. No, it will be like normal curve. Okay. Again, spasmolytic effect. If spasmogenic effect is reduced, that is spasmolytic effect. Yeah, straight. If it is going downward, that is called more relaxation. Okay. If the upward movement is reduced, it can reduce from upward to the baseline and from baseline to downward. Okay. Okay. I can move. Now come for drugs affecting skeletal muscle. Drugs affecting skeletal muscle. Yeah.
USB بقى.
Definitely atropine acts on muscarinic receptor because atropine is a competitive antagonist. It will act only on muscarinic
بارك
receptor.
30 درجة.
بس تنقسم على اثنين تنقسم على اثنين
Skeletal
كم
muscle.
31 صح؟
هو المجموع 100
Skeletal muscle, the innervation is
كل واحد
innervation. Not supply. Which type of
لا
nerve?
كل 30 كل 32 60
Neurotransmitter.
في اخر سكتر
acetylcholine and the receptor.
سلكت له
Which type? The neurotransmitter
لا تطلع
is
الشريف لو طلعت الشريف ترى ما تطلع
but the receptor is NM. In every organ or tissue there are every receptor, but the role is different. But the role is in a vessel somatic, it doesn't matter only nicotinic receptor is involved. Yeah, there is inner there is the blood supply, so alpha beta receptor is there. But in skeletal muscle there is the innervation of somatic nerves in the muscular part and innervation of sympathetic nerves in the blood vessels. So every organ has every type of receptor, androgen receptor, steroid receptor, every receptor. But the role of each and every receptor is different. Some maintain the integrity, some maintain this life cycle. Okay. For the contraction, nicotinic receptor is responsible for in the skeletal muscle. What the tissue we used in the experiment? It was the abdominis rectus muscle of frog. The drug stimulate the receptor cause contraction. The drugs which stimulate the receptor cause contraction. Okay, they are called muscle contractants. Okay, and the drug which depress the receptor, they are called muscle relaxants. They are called muscle relaxants. That means acetylcholine is a stimulant in skeletal muscle. Acts on NM type receptor. Okay, NM type. Nicotinic muscarinic type. That is called. Because acetylcholine is an agonist in muscarinic receptor, so it is called NM. Now, stimulant acetylcholine. Stimulation can be done by either acetylcholine or inhibition of acetylcholine. Metabolism okay, is inhibited, that means acetylcholine is more, it will also increase the contraction. Okay. So how stimulation can be increased? By inhibiting the metabolism of acetylcholine. How inhibiting the metabolism? To inhibit the cholinesterase enzyme. Cholinesterase causes biotransformation of acetylcholine. So what are the drugs? Anticholinesterase, neostigmine and physoestigmine. Okay, physoestigmine. Now muscle relaxation. How the muscle relaxation will occur? By using the muscle relaxants. Remember only two drugs. Many and more. Butyrate, okay, pancuranium. There are many and more. There are many and more drugs. These are the all are the muscle relaxants. This is pancuranium, terracurium, vancuranium, metacurium. There are many and more. Okay. Remember for practical purpose, D-tubocurarine and succinylcholine. Succinylcholine. These are muscle relaxants. And what is the classification? Sub-classification. D-tubocurarine is non-depolarizing agent. Non-depolarizing agent is also called competitive antagonist. Okay. Now, succinylcholine. Succinylcholine is a depolarizing agent. These are two muscle relaxants which will cause muscle relaxation in skeletal muscle, whether it is a skeletal muscle, whether it is other skeletal muscle. Okay, abdominal muscle.
What do they mean by depolarizing agent?
Competitive antagonist. This is also called depolarizing competitive antagonist. It directly blocks the NM receptor. Yes. Okay, directly blocks the NM receptor. Now, succinylcholine.
Depolarizing. Let's do depolarizing.
Yeah, succinylcholine is a depolarizing agent. It is not acting on the receptor. It increases the metabolism of acetylcholine. It increases the metabolism of acetylcholine. So, metabolism of acetylcholine. That means it increases the activity of cholinesterase enzyme. Okay.
And succinylcholine?
Succinylcholine. Yeah.
ميتابوليزم ولا كاتابوليزم؟
شوف ايش الفرق بين الكومبتيتيف ودي؟ هذه رازق زياده في الجرعه دائما او زياده في الشيء
Plasma cholinesterase. If there is a deficiency of plasma cholinesterase,
يقفل لك شيء.
الحين يقصد ميتابوليزم ولا كاتابوليزم؟
it prolong the effect of muscle relaxation. Okay. It can ask you.
يزود
the
العضله اللي
following
يكسر
deficiency of
الكسر.
enzyme increase or prolong the effect of succinylcholine. It is the cholinesterase enzyme. Hereditary deficiency.
كوليسترول زاد. شوف
أنا فاهم بس هو يقول ميتابوليزم ولا كاتابوليزم؟
ميتابوليزم يعني عمليه ما قال لك انا بوليزم.
acetylcholine and cholinesterase.
ما يبخ
Cholinesterase.
فيديو طيب
This cholinesterase causes degradation of this enzyme to product. Okay. A succinylcholine, it is a pseudocholinesterase enzyme. It also metabolize this enzyme. Yeah. Metabolize this acetylcholine. If there is a deficiency of this enzyme, that means it is not metabolizing the acetylcholine. Only you are giving the succinylcholine, the effect of muscle relaxation will prolong. Is it right? If there is a deficiency or there is a hereditary deficiency of this enzyme, succinylcholine, this category of drug, it should be avoided, okay? Because it causes toxicity. Okay. Is okay?
فترة
Acetylcholine metabolized by cholinesterase enzyme. Acetylcholine, this is also an enzyme like which increase the metabolism of acetylcholine. Okay. If there is a deficiency of this enzyme, okay, and it is given and this enzyme is deficient, that means muscle relaxation will be prolonged. Okay. If there is no acetylcholine, there is no muscle contraction. That means relaxation. Once there is less amount of cholinesterase enzyme, and again you are giving succinylcholine, it will aggravate. It will aggravate the effect. Okay. And remember one thing. Even in the when you take in a DRC, drug response curve, whether it is a abdominis rectus muscle, whether it is a smooth muscle, okay, you see there acetylcholine when increases in the dose, it increases the response, okay, and when it is given with physostigmine, again the response is potentiated. Even the small amount of acetylcholine produce more response in presence of physostigmine. Why? Because physostigmine inhibits the enzyme. Okay, so the response of acetylcholine increases. What are the drugs? Neostigmine and physostigmine. They are the anticholinesterase. So when the acetylcholine given with physostigmine, the sigmoid curve shifted left side. What does it mean? The shift in sigmoid curve towards the left side is called potentiation.
To the left or to the right?
Left. Left means the response before the normal dose.
Both ends.
The response before the previous dose. So it shifted. For example, it has produced response here, but when given physostigmine, the response is before the previous this dose. Okay, at a smaller dose. So it causes the left side shift. But in presence of antagonist like atropine is given, the drug is not producing response at its normal dose, at higher dose. In presence of atropine, it shifts right side. It shifts right side. Right side shift is called antagonism. Okay. If this type of graph will be given, you can find out. Here the unknown will be given to you. Unknown plus acetylcholine. And this curve unknown shifted right side due to unknown is physostigmine, adrenaline, noradrenaline, histamine. What is unknown? Physostigmine. The unknown is option neostigmine, acetylcholine, atropine, and adrenaline. Neostigmine. Okay, like this.
Could be acetylcholine also.
Yeah, acetylcholine also it could be, because once acetylcholine is there in normal amount, again you are adding the acetylcholine, again it will potentiate effect. Okay.
Doctor, also Dorfonium.
Indroponium, again it is an anticholinesterase enzyme, very short acting. Once it is given, immediately it produces response. Okay, very short acting, and generally it is used in the test of myasthenia gravis. Okay. Now,
شو اسمه يا بلادين؟
for skeletal muscle, these drugs are given to you. Unknown drug. Find the unknown drug. For skeletal muscle, somatic innervation, acetylcholine is a stimulant. Okay, neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine is given, there is a response. Once the unknown is given and then acetylcholine, the response increases. Response? The response of acetylcholine increasing, that means this is a potentiating agent. It may be acetylcholine, it may be okay. To confirm this is neostigmine or not. After unknown drug, here is the to confirm it, here the drug is given D2-gocurarin. D2-gocurarin is a muscle relaxant. If acetylcholine and D2-gocurarin will be given simultaneously, it will reduce the effect of acetylcholine. The D2-gocurarin is given and the acetylcholine is given. It has reduced the response. Okay, reduce the response. So that means D2-gocurarin is a muscle relaxant, and this unknown is a stimulant. Okay, stimulant. So this unknown either will be acetylcholine or neostigmine, physostigmine. Okay, the unknown drug is physostigmine, neostigmine, or acetylcholine. If it is a neostigmine and physostigmine, it can be asked you, this unknown acts by. What is the mechanism? It is physostigmine, that means it is cholinesterase enzyme inhibitor. How does it act? The unknown drug produces its effect through enzyme inhibition. Okay? Enzyme inhibition is anticholinesterase. The neostigmine is anticholinesterase. The action of ACH in skeletal muscle is mediated by NM receptor. D2-gocurarin acts on the NM receptor. That is, D2-gocurarin is non-depolarizing agent. And other is the succinylcholine, which is depolarizing agent. Okay? These are all about this. Now, the drugs affecting the heart of the frog we have performed well and many times. At least if you are remembering the drugs, what the drugs you have used in your practical, it will be very easy to answer. At least if you remember the drugs. Yesterday I asked what the drugs you have used in frog heart. Someone is saying barium chloride, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride. What is saying? That means you are only playing, huh? At least if you are remembering the drugs, that what the drugs you have used, that means you are remembering what the effect they have produced. For heart, you have used isoprenaline, norepinephrine, epinephrine, atropine, calcium chloride, and potassium chloride. And for the heart, something is important, like what is inotropic effect, already you are knowing. Inotropic effect means force of contraction. Inotropic effect. Positive inotropic effect, that means which increase the force of contraction. Negative inotropic effect means which decrease the force of contraction. What is chronotropy? Heart rate. Positive chronotropy means increase in heart rate. Negative, decrease in the heart rate. And in this experiment, what the parameters we have observed? Force of contraction we have observed, heart rate and tone of contraction. 3 parameters we have observed in this experiment. Okay. And the force of contraction is measured. How you measure this force of contraction? By measuring the height of the contraction. This is called amplitude. This is called amplitude. How the force of contraction is measured? Force of contraction is measured by amplitude of contraction. That is the height of the response. Okay, height of the response. Now, you remember this. This is the demonstration of the drugs in heart muscle. And here is the calcium chloride, which increase the force of contraction, but it causes the heart arrest. It causes systolic arrest. Okay, heart arrest. If this drug will be hidden and given to you, what is this unknown drug? You can answer it. Because there are only 2 typical drugs which produce cardiac arrest. One was the calcium chloride in systolic condition, and one was the potassium chloride in diastolic condition. If this drug will be hidden to you and will be asked as an unknown drug, you can answer it. Yes. How does it act? Which receptor it acts? Muscarinic beta alpha receptor. It acts on ion channel, calcium channel. Okay. Directly stimulate the calcium channel to release. Okay. Yeah, potassium chloride. It helps act on potassium channel. Okay. Now comes to this very important experiment. Open your experiment, rabbit eye.
هذا اللي
Okay,
ما
and see there. Tell me, remember it for your exam here. Okay, don't keep it for your homework. Remember it here. See there your observation and answer me. Answer me. Which drug in this observation produced strong mydriatic effect? See your observation and answer me. Which drug has produced strong mydriasis?
لو كنت راكب
See, I know see. What does it mean mydriasis? Dilation of No, my friends, see there. Pupil size, that means normal pupil size is 6 millimeter, which drug has increased more, most. No, see there. Atropine. Yeah, it increased. Madam, give it to me.
yes.
This is from where you have collected. See here, this is a big table and it has very good. Atropine on 9th, 5th number. 5th, yeah, number 5. See there, what is the response on pupil size? It is 10 millimeter. That means, and second one is on the second number, phenylephrine. See there, phenylephrine is at 9th number. Phenylephrine, atropine produced 10 millimeter increase.
نعم.
Okay, up to 10 millimeter, and phenylephrine up to 9. And third one is ephedrine. See the first drug.
اكتب هنا
First drug.
دي حاجة أول.
3 drugs produce mydriasis. Mydriasis means increasing pupil size. 3 drugs: atropine, phenylephrine, ephedrine. But every 3 drug has a specific property. Atropine, light reflex is negative. See there. Yes. Light reflex is negative, but not negative in case of phenylephrine and ephedrine. Yes. Am I right? Yes. Light reflex is negative. Yes. Only atropine is there where the light reflex is negative and mydriasis is strong. This strongest mydriasis is all termed as cycloplegic effect. Cycloplegia, paralysis of ciliary muscle. Okay, listen me please. This is a special property. The strongest mydriatic is atropine with negative light reflex and positive cycloplegic effect. Okay, this is equally up to this. If cycloplegia is there, that means ciliary paralysis of ciliary muscle and loss of accommodation. Loss of accommodation. Atropine produce mydriasis and strong cycloplegic with negative light reflex. Okay, this is only with atropine. Phenylephrine, which also produced mydriasis.
Yes.
But check the intraocular pressure. Light positive. And light positive. What is the slightly decrease the intraocular pressure? Am I right?
Decrease, yes.
But there is no change in pressure in case of atropine. Am I right? Phenylephrine produce mydriasis but no cycloplegic effect. Yes. Okay. Now come to ephedrine. Ephedrine, no effect on any parameter, neither intraocular pressure, no light reflex, no cornea. Only it has decreased the pupil size. It is a mydriatic. But cycloplegia is associated with only atropine. Negative light reflex is associated with only atropine. And ephedrine, only mydriasis, and phenylephrine have no cycloplegic effect.
Cycloplegic mean loss of accommodation?
Yeah, loss of accommodation. Paralysis of ciliary muscle and loss of accommodation. Okay. So it is used in eye examination. Atropine, because doctor examine the fundoscopy, okay? The eye, internal part of the eye with the light. If there will be the light reflex, doctor will put the light, it will constrict. So atropine, there is no light reflex. So doctor used the atropine for the mydriatic effect, okay? In the fundus examination. eye examination. Okay. So this was the 3 points for the mydriasis. Atropine, phenylephrine, and ephedrine they cause mydriasis. Atropine cause mydriasis and cycloplegic effect with no light reflex, zero light reflex. Okay. Phenylephrine, mydriasis, but no cycloplegia. Now come to second point. Check the 8 number drug. Number 8, lignocaine. Lignocaine, 8 number. What is lignocaine? What is lignocaine? Lignocaine, xylocaine, xylometacaine. These are the local anesthetics. These are once you are applying the local anesthetic, there is no response, touch response. There is no touch response. Local anesthesia. Lignocaine anywhere, local anesthesia anywhere. If you are applying on the hand, there is no response. Loss of sensation. Okay? The local anesthetic lignocaine. Lignocaine causes negative corneal reflex. See there, write your note. Okay? Corneal reflex negative in case of local anesthetics. Lignocaine, xylocaine. Okay? And tetracaine is here it is written, local anesthetics, lignocaine, xylocaine, corneal reflex is absent. Yes. Okay? But there is one local anesthetic, tetracaine, which causes mydriasis and corneal reflex is absent. Okay? Corneal reflex is absent in case of local anesthetic. Every local. But this tetracaine causes dilation in pupil size also. Okay? This is exceptional local anesthetic which causes mydriasis. Okay. Generally, what happens during the eye surgery, doctor require mydriasis of pupil size. Okay, increase in the pupil size. Atropine is used, and loss of sensation. How to produce the loss of sensation? Lignocaine, xylocaine, tetracaine are used. Yes. Okay, it will enhance the effect. Yes. Okay. So eye examination or eye surgery, atropine in combined with local anesthetics are used. Okay, it enhances the mydriasis. Okay, mydriasis finished. Now come to meiosis. Meiosis, decrease in the pupil size. See there, which drugs decrease the pupil size? Yes, see there. See your observation. Don't answer. Pilocarpine.
Physostigmine. Pilocarpine.
One is pilocarpine. One is pilocarpine. Physostigmine, yeah, physostigmine. Physostigmine, why? Because acetylcholine also causes the meiosis. Physostigmine increases the effect of acetylcholine, so physostigmine also causes meiosis. Physostigmine, another one is the pilocarpine. Thus, two drugs. Two drugs cause strong meiosis. Okay? Pilocarpine and acetylcholine and physostigmine. Okay? They cause. Pilocarpine causes meiosis. What does it mean? Where it acts? What? Pilocarpine causes meiosis.
Radial muscle.
It acts on muscarinic receptor. Pilocarpine is a muscarinic agonist. It acts on muscarinic receptor. Which type of muscarinic receptor? M3 type. M3 type is present on Pupillary constrictor. Okay? Okay. M3 type. Ciliary body that reduce the aqueous humor production and used in glaucoma. Pilocarpine causes decrease in pupil size as well as decrease in ocular pressure. Check the intraocular pressure. Go to the pilocarpine and see. Pilocarpine, it reduces the intraocular pressure.
Yes.
Okay? And it decrease the pupil size also. Pilocarpine causes strong meiosis and decrease the intraocular pressure and used in glaucoma. Because it reduces the aqueous humor production. Okay? Aqueous humor formation. Okay? Now come to the physostigmine. Physostigmine is also used in glaucoma. Okay? Physostigmine. Because physostigmine is water soluble. It is short acting. And neostigmine is fat soluble. It has long acting effect. So physostigmine is a water soluble, so it is used topically in eye also. Okay? Not used. No. Physostigmine is used.
Just short duration.
Yeah, short acting. water soluble and short acting. Now come to here. Cocaine. Check the cocaine. See the cocaine. Effect of cocaine. Where is cocaine?
Coronal reflex.
Second number.
Number 3.
Cocaine. Cocaine. See the cocaine.
Decrease intraocular pressure.
Decrease the intraocular pressure, but here it is not affecting. Yeah. Here in observation, see, please. In this observation, it is perhaps written wrong. Okay, it is perhaps written wrong. Okay. Here it is written wrong here. Maybe it may be a wrong result. Okay. Cocaine cause increase in ocular pressure. Yeah. Phenylephrine, it, but it is, yeah, it increases. So in cocaine, it is in observation table it is wrong, but cocaine increase the intraocular pressure. Okay. And cocaine is avoided. Cocaine cause decrease in pupil size. Okay, cocaine cause decrease in pupil size, miosis, but increase the intraocular pressure. Pilocarpine cause meiosis and decreases the intraocular pressure. Cocaine decrease the pupil size, but increase the intraocular pressure. So it is avoided in increase. No, I told you that it is wrong in this observation table. Yeah, both are wrong. Okay. Cocaine cause constriction of pupil size. Okay. Cocaine cause meiosis and increase the intraocular pressure. So it is avoided in glaucoma.
It's not safe.
Not safe in glaucoma. Yes. It is finished now. Any question? Yeah, cocaine cause meiosis. Cocaine, morphine, everyone cause meiosis. Cocaine is sympathomagnetic. So it will cause decrease in pupil size. Maybe 1 minute. Let us see. 1 minute.
جوالي هنا متأخر في شيء.
هذا ما كان يعرف يقول أخذوه أحد أخذ هذا باليمين عندك اثنين باليمين كلم عندك اليمين ولا السويد؟
أنا ما عندي
Okay. Listen, please. In glaucoma, what is the attempt to reduce the intraocular pressure? In glaucoma, eye disease. What is our attempt to reduce the intraocular pressure and reduce the aqueous malformation and decrease the pupil size? Yes. All decrease? Yeah, decrease. Yeah. Decrease in pupil size and decrease in pupil size, decrease in intraocular pressure. Okay, decrease in intraocular pressure. Sorry, yeah, cocaine. But cocaine, it decreases the intraocular pressure but increase the pupil size. So it is dangerous in glaucoma. Okay. In glaucoma, pupil size, our attempt is to decrease the pupil size and decrease in intraocular pressure. Pilocarpine is used, okay, because both are present here property. Cocaine causes decrease in pressure, intraocular pressure, but increase the pupil size. So it is avoided in glaucoma, okay, and it has high risk factor, okay. Now finish. Any question? Finished. Okay. From my side, it is finished. If you have any question, any problem, please ask me.
باقي
Mazamil, any problem?
دكتور فينيش
دكتور تسجيل التك